Hello everybody and welcome back to Fairview. It's December 2021 and so this is going to be my final video of the year, and because it's going to be a bit longer than normal, I'm actually going to split it into two parts this month. First of all, the video you're watching now is going to be my regular monthly layout update now for the month of December. But then in part two, in a video which I'll release in a couple of days, I'm going to do a review of 2021, looking at all the progress I've made across the whole layout in the last 12 months, and then talk a little bit about my plans and my hopes for the year ahead. So with no further ado, let's get straight on with it. Alright, let's kick things off then with a look at some new purchases. First of all, I was able to pick up some Kato models, Kato, to enhance my passenger services for the coming year. The first one we can see here is an Amtrak liveried GE P42, so a General Electric P42 Genesis locomotive. In a moment, I was hoping for unpack another one for the moment, because in the same bid I was able to get some passenger cars. This is the Amtrak Superliner Dyna Phase 4B livery. I've seen plenty of videos of these trains making their way up to Moffat Tunnel and across the Rockies there, so I've managed to get the Dyna car here, a baggage car and a lounge car. Obviously I'll pick up some more as time goes by, so that's a good start. I'll come back to talk about how this is going to fit in with my plans for 2022 later on, because then the other thing which has come in this last month was a big surprise. For the first time ever, I pre-ordered some cars. Atlas had announced a new run of these Union Pacific reefers, refrigerated units, and well over a year ago I put in a pre-order for 3 of these cars in this new run, and they've just arrived. I'd totally forgotten about them, and they look absolutely splendid, really gorgeous models. I've just realised that there's another loco I wanted to show you. So as well as the models I've just shown you, I did actually pick up a Scale Trains Burlington Northern BN liveried SD42. This is another one from Anorak's Anonymous, actually, that great shop, and this is from their Operator series. The actual motor is the same as their Rivet Counter series, but I think they just have slightly less details. The sound chip is the same ESU lock sound chip, so I'll put this on the track as well in a minute, and we'll show you how these things are all running. But that's really nice. I haven't even spent all the money of my bonus yet, so I'm hoping to pick up some more goodies into the new year and be able to show you those perhaps in an update coming up in January. But there we go, let's start putting these things on the track and show you how they all run. Yeah, so beautifully smooth, nice runner, the sound is lovely. We'll see a bit more of that loco later on in the video. Let's though turn our attentions now to the SD40. A bit like the Kato loco, I've actually turned the volume down a bit, but I like the high-pitched whine of this one. It sounds really good. And we'll let that one just pull past with the new cars in tow. And they look really great, loads of fantastic detail, very fragile I have to say, but they look super. Okay, so if we turn now to the modelling side of things on the layout this month, again not a huge amount done, mainly because I've been focusing on planning for operations, and more on that in the second part of this video. But I did pick up one of these Woodland Scenics track painter pens. I have put off starting to weather my track and thought that I really should at least get on with that aspect of the job. And my first impressions of it have been very positive. It's quite simple to operate it, just a quick shake, and then the paint starts to flow through to the tip of the pen, and then you simply rub it along the sides of your tracks. Occasionally I found I had to go over a couple of times, but then a quick wipe over the tracks when everything's dried off. I used a piece of that hardboard there, and the end result, I think you'll agree, looks quite convincing, quite effective. So that was a good job done. Here's one little area that I've been working on, the camp underneath the freeway. The tent I 3D printed. So that was quite a nice little project, just to design and print out that little tent. And I picked up the figures from Prizer, and I've just begun to add some scatter of some concrete blocks and things. I'll put some more details in over the coming months, and in fact I also want to perhaps have a little van, a charity that's coming out to check on these people and make sure they're all right and give them a hot meal. So that's a little scene which I'm going to develop. And finally, for this quick update and the end of part one, my latest modelling efforts have started to turn towards this area of Fairview, the part which I'm calling Fairview Heights, because I've started the process of creating better buildings. These two buildings in the background there, the Wendy's and the First Bank, they are just mock-ups at the moment, made through PowerPoint, and I'm just sort of coming up to the final stage of deciding whether in fact I'm going to 3D print the core of the buildings and then laminate them with plastic card and so on to finish them off, or whether in fact I'm going to go down the traditional route of scratch building with plastic card right from the beginning. So nothing to actually show you in this area, but that's all going to be coming quite soon now because I've done the developmental work. And that's it for my quick layout update for December 2021. As I say, that's the end of part one of the video for this month, because if you want to find out how I've kind of made progress over the last 12 months, then tune in the next day or so for part two, which will be my review of the year. And then I'm going to talk in more detail about my plans for operations on Fairview in the next 12 months. Thanks very much, stay tuned and take care.